A very good morning to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our journey into the Unified book. It's absolutely magical. A lot of you have heard from me in these past few months that this is the best thing that has ever happened to me has been this book of Unified. So let's welcome each other on this absolute amazing revelation. Now, as the book's name says, Unified, it's a journey which will unify us with our higher self, and it's a beautiful course. It spans over 6 months. It's got 24 weeks of exercises, and a lot of exercises we are repeating a couple of times when we think we are not ready for taking the next leap forward. And as the book will unfold, you will realize yourself how simply it's written, and it's very self-explanatory. Yet, after having done this course, we began this journey 7 months ago. I feel I'm ready to explain this to others who probably have some doubts. So, Unified, a course on truth and practical guidance from Babaji. For those of you who do not know who's this Babaji, he's actually Mahavatar Babaji. You can Google about him. We can share some pictures in the Unified WhatsApp group about him. They say that anybody who's spiritually eager to learn, Babaji comes in his life through this book, through this practical course. So this is what it's all about. And it's channeled book, which you may have heard from me again. Channeled book means that it's been channeled. A person has been used to be the channel to get the learnings forward to us humankind through Babaji. They say Babaji is very much a walking, talking Shiva on earth. And he's become the light, so we can't see him. But if anybody has a spiritual awakening, he's happy to help us in our journey. So let's learn about this book and let's learn about this journey. Okay. So learn to channel truth and practical guidance when you're unified with yourself. So yourself meaning you're unified. Now, what's going to happen? We'll develop all your divine qualities by simply being unified with yourself, which means happiness, intelligence, healthfulness, peacefulness, and abundance. Remember yourself in this easy step-by-step instruction. It's divided into a few parts. So we'll be having the preface, which we'll be reading, Unified, the journey, and then we'll have the entire 24-week curriculum, where we will be centering in our heart, we'll be recognizing our higher self's names, all of us. So people who are not familiar with higher self, so we are neither the mind, we are neither the body. Each one of us is a spirit, is a soul. And our spirit is also our higher self. हमारी soul, हमारी आत्मा, हमारा higher self रहती है. उसका एक नाम होता है, एक रूप होता है जो हम इसमें discover करने वाले हैं in our journey of 24 weeks. So let's take it further. All of this is a curriculum, how we can manifest, how we can know our true desires, how we can experience the love flowing, how we can even manifest a good health, and how we can have signals on whether to do something or not. कई बार life में होता है that we have दुविधा में होते हैं, ये करें नहीं करें, क्या करें क्या नहीं करें. So this is where you will get signals also कि हाँ है कि ना है. बहुत amazing book है. The more I say about this, the less it is, because it's such a beautiful book. And a lot of us are going to be taking this journey forward. There are times when you feel a lot of negativity. How can we protect our auras? How can we see our auras? And kai bar we go through weird emotions. So how do we get through that? How do we safeguard ourselves will all come in this beautiful journey, in this beautiful chapter.
बहादुर
Take you through this.
ये मम्मी को लेकर जग्गू बाजार जाएगा. हाँ
Shilpa, can you please mute yourself? I request everyone, please only join the sessions if you really want to do this. If you want to multitask, I request you do the online sessions, not do the offline sessions, not the online sessions. You have to be responsible to be able to mute yourself. It's a spiritual journey. If I say it's one of the most advanced books ever, the least I expect from you is just attention. If not attention, at least silence. So when you log in this session, please be sure that you are silent. I've explained this book to you, the entire journey. Now let's take this through. Preface. I have worked with Babaji for years in my spiritual awakening process. He's a kind, loving, and very gentle master. My only knowledge of Babaji comes from my own inner experience of him. I don't know if he has a physical body now or ever has had one. It really doesn't matter. As each of us is destined to realize, we are all omnipresent, we are all omniscient. Only our sleeping awareness shuts off that reality for the time being. For the enlightened, the great teachers, being all knowing and aware, everywhere present are normal and living truths. Babaji is such an enlightened soul. He came to me because I asked for the gentle guiding light of a master. Through his soft prodding, I have gradually become more aware of myself. That unfoldment continues. One of the highlights of my life has been to channel this marvelous course from the heart of Babaji. The knowledge is valid. I have experienced the predicted results in every lesson. The techniques have been a giant step in my own process of self-realization. So this book is channeled, as I mentioned initially, and this book is available as a PDF on the group that you all have joined to take this journey forward. The book is not available online. Even a printed copy is available for 97,400 or something. Any channel book is very expensive, so it's not available on Amazon or something. What I have done is I've taken a printout from my local printer. The PDF I got it printed and it's with me. So it's my ready to go reckoner where I highlight, where I write. So I will request all of you to definitely take a copy if you think this book and this journey is meant for you. So one of the highlights of my life has been to channel this marvelous course from the heart of Babaji. The knowledge is valid. Why do they say knowledge is valid? Because every single person who will be in this journey will realize that it's resonating with them. I have experienced the predicted results in every lesson. The techniques have been a giant step in my own process of self-realization. Babaji's course impresses me most of all because of its simplicity. It's simple. It's easy. Very gently, the course gradually leads you to complete trust and awareness of your higher self. It uses the age-old proven method of making a concept simple along with loving repetition. There is no doubt in my mind that this course can be understood successfully by anyone. Naturally, there is a selection process. Only those of you who are ready for it are interested. That, of course, includes anyone reading this preface. Let that alone be your signal. So one thing, right now you're 41 on call, maybe you are a few couples as well. अगर आप इस preface को पढ़ रहे हैं, that means कहीं ना कहीं आपके अंदर वो you have that interest that I want to make my life beautiful. I want to manifest something, or I want to really be connected, or I want to find what is my purpose in life. Why am I here? And sometimes we feel incomplete and we're just finding something to make us complete. So that is the reason why 43 of you are on call right now at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So please understand this is your very first cue. But unfortunately, a lot of us lackluster and we forget the very journey and we forget being a part of it. I'm absolutely okay with all of you not coming online. I was guided to do this at 7 o'clock every Sunday. So I will be taking it forward. But I will still request you, if possible, allocate this hour, half an hour every single week, at least once to hear it. And thereafter implement, the book will self-guide you all into it. So don't go off this routine if this book has come your way. You are ready for the experience of being unified with your higher self, is what Roger Lanphier is telling us, because we've stumbled upon this very morning. From all of us so fortunate to receive this course, our heartfelt love and thanks to you, Babaji. We know you are with us through each of these lessons. So all of a sudden now, you'll realize that Mahavatar Babaji, you'll hear about him, you're somebody who never heard about him, all of a sudden things will start unfolding because you have had a bent for something in learning. Now let's take this journey forward. Unified. Never before in known human history has a course like this ever been available. This is not to say paths for enlightenment weren't available. They were, and thousands still are. In fact, opportunity for unfolding full human potential has never been greater. So, why is this thing being told? We are in the Dwapar Yuga. It's full of energy. Spirituality is on its peak. We all are finding our purpose. And now is a time everywhere around you can find spiritual masters, ascended masters guiding you, holding your hand, and taking your journey forward. So it's the best time to be actually living a human life. Millions of people, scores of groups, and hundreds of enlightened masters are guiding the earth into a new age, an age of heaven on earth. It is precisely this beehive of spiritual activity that makes this course possible. Before now, the seeker had to be guided by an enlightened soul that he could identify. The way out of darkness was too dark, too confusing. It took the helpful hand of someone who had traveled the course, who knew the way. So, how wonderfully, we don't even have to go to any guru, any teacher. We have the access to this book and self study, and we have the Zoom sessions for us, and we can just do it. I mean, it's so simple. Life has become so easy to learn. The last 50 years of spiritual rebirth on this planet have brought new energies and new awareness for everyone. The first pioneers always blaze a trail. So the going is easier for those who follow. These pioneers of the spiritual movements have paved the way for the possibility of this course and many other such paths. The uniqueness of this course is that it marks a milestone for the seekers. Instead of a guru, the guide is your own self. So, aapka khud ka gut feeling, your instincts are going to be guiding you in this course. Systematically, this course teaches you to be in touch with yourself, to be your own teacher. The lectures in this course come mainly from yourself, within you, are all the answers and all the help you need to gain full enlightenment. There are almost no requirements for this course. Any human with a desire for self realization and mastery of life can easily complete it. Some diligence and tenacity is helpful, but the daily requirements are few. There are fewer than 5 pages to read each week, but these few are to be read, reread, and clearly understood. So each day, one or two 15-minute periods need to be set aside. Everything else fits into your normal living activity. So please realize this course is beautiful. बहुत 10 मिनट की रीडिंग होती है सिर्फ, that's it, and 5 minutes of reflection time. इस बुक का सबसे ज्यादा ब्यूटीफुल थिंग क्या है कि जैसे आप पढ़ेंगे आपको अपना अलग समझ में आएगा, because it's self teaching you and you are going to be ready to absorb what you have understood. So the book is being guided that you read it together as a group. We're reading it, then you read it every single day for the next 6 days on your own. So one period of 15 minutes is enough. I usually don't even have that much now. Initially, I did that, but it's very advisable to do that, to read that time. Otherwise, play the session again, whatever works. Right now, I'm explaining too much. Later on, the explanation will become probably a little lesser and maybe it will go towards the end. Otherwise, if you want to have clear-cut studies, you even have the first sessions where we did not discuss anything till the far end. This time I was guided to explain the book also, so I will be explaining a bit also. So you have the option A of attending the sessions online, which are already available. So we used to meet on 3 days, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But this time we only meet once a week, that is on Sunday. So you can relive the session or you have your PDFs to go through it. Please take a printout if you want to be in this journey. No change in lifestyle is required or even desired. If you're presently on a spiritual path, don't change your practices. Continue with your meditations, your postures, your chants, your prayers, your ceremonies, or whatever you're doing. This course will supplement that and even bring a new dimension of meaning to it. So this is like an addition, like a cherry on the cake. Whatever you're doing, continue with as is. No need to change it. This is just going to add on value. There's only one strong suggestion. Avoid any use of recreational drugs. While these drugs may sharpen some aspects of your perception, they dull other aspects. For this course to bring the results you want, you need the full range of your perception. The importance of maintaining a clear, natural nervous system can't be overemphasized. Don't alter your nervous system with any drugs unless your doctor prescribes them. So I don't know how many of you, I don't think you would be, but there are people who want to go in a spiritual trance and then they have some drugs. I think you may have seen people smoking chillum and all that, and they're wearing the beads and they think that they go into that trance. It's even better that they go deeper within God. But the best thing about this course is we have to be exactly the way we are, plain and ordinary. I would say sharp and extraordinary, but there's no need for us to supplement ourselves with anything artificial. This course is to be completed in about 6 months. Each lesson lasts 1 week. Do not cut that week short. So that's a request. Some of you will be like, "Ye to ho gaya now, next step karte." Nahi. If this is a guided channel book, please take the course as per the timeline. Otherwise, later on, you'll get burnt out. On the other hand, if you feel a few extra days on a lesson would be helpful, take extra time. There is plenty of time in your life to finish this course. Just proceed diligently, easily, and with confidence at every step. It's only natural to want to be finished before you start. The urge to read this short lesson guide is tempting, as if somehow the experience will be yours for just the reading. That won't work. Reading this guide will not only bring you self realization, in fact, there is nothing you can just read to gain enlightenment. For that reason, the actual knowledge written out in this instruction guide is minimal. Knowledge, however, is maximal from the experience of your own self. So please take each lesson one at a time. Ignore what follows until you're ready to go on, which means 1 week, one chapter, 15 minutes a day, and we do not fast forward ourselves. But if we feel that our journey is not complete, we can extend it. So again, we will see how the group's entire, vibe is. Do we want to extend some chapters or do we want to stick to that? Most likely, we'll want to stick to that. The request not to read the lessons ahead of time may be too much for some curious natures. For that reason, here is a quick outline of what to expect. There are 3 sections, each 7 weeks long. After each section, there is 1 week review lesson. The first section is devoted to realizing the conscious communication you have with your higher self. You develop a technique with safeguards for communicating with your higher self. By the end of the first section, you feel comfortable with the practices and have started to receive guidance for your life. So, the best part about this course is, इसके बाद आपको mentors के पास जाने की जरूरत कम फील होगी, एडवाइस लेने की जरूरत कम फील होगी, बिकॉज आप अपने हायर सेल्फ से गाइडेंस ले सकते हैं कि am I on the right track or not. अगर मेंटर के पास जाना भी है कि नहीं, उसकी एडवाइस भी आपको अपना हायर सेल्फ बोल देगा. Remember, you have a wealth of information and knowledge and divine guidance within yourself. But now is the time to harness that energy and be in tune with it. How to communicate, how to live your life with fruition. That's going to be the main crux of this journey. The second section strengthens your tools for communicating with your higher self. You isolate your highest and wisest desires. Then, using a precise formula, you start the mechanics to manifest those desires. By the end of this section, the mechanics of manifestation are quite clear and easy. The third section expands your tools of guidance. You analyze your dreams. You learn written communication with your higher self and the great teaching masters. In this last section, you also expand your awareness and connection with everyone else's life and everything in creation. So what's going to happen? You will be with everyone in sync, with everyone else and with yourself and everything that Mother Earth has made. Now that becomes a concrete experience. It is important to remember that this course is self-taught. Your own higher self is your teacher. You are not someone else's pupil. All the tools you need for enlightenment are known to you by now. All this course promises to do is to put you clearly in tune with your higher self for its teachings and guidance. Such an approach to enlightenment could never have been totally successful for everyone before now. There was too much darkness on earth. Only a few fortunate souls have found the way successfully without an earthly brother's helping hand. Now the rays of light on earth are so strong that you can find your own way. Just locate yourself, learn how to communicate, and go. Go on the path to peace, to love, to abundance, to joy, to success, and to heaven on earth. Truly, heaven is within. And this course gives you the key. Because this is a self taught course, religions are not to be built up around it. No person can claim to help you learn it. Although you can certainly get together with your friends who are also taking the course to discuss experiences. You are in charge. This course gives you the tools to regain control of your own life. No one can now take your own place in your own life. So, anybody, any doubt so far? Are we good with it? And please mute yourselves. A lot of you are on mute. Please mute yourselves. Part 1, developing a technique for conscious communication with your higher self.
I think someone had a doubt.
I did not see anyone's doubt. Nothing so far. All right. So if anybody has a doubt, we'll have doubt clearing in the end. Let's go with the journey. And please, I request everyone to again mute yourselves. Aradhya, any question in the end, as I just said? I see a lot of you are unmute. I think I have to pick up everyone and mute them, is it? All right, there it is. Part 1, developing a technique for conscious communication with your higher self. So this first part is absolutely magical. We all will have one technique जो हम अपने आप बनाने वाले हैं for our conscious communication with our higher self. Higher self, as explained, is our soul. So let's understand this journey. So now I'm going to start the first week, and it's absolutely magical. And this will be followed by meditation, and it will also be followed by question answers, reflections. First week, centering in the heart. You're more beautiful than you have ever imagined. You are a flower of heaven in full bloom. Yet, for some reason which isn't important, certainly not worth exploring, you don't understand your divinity. Oh, yes. On the surface, we give lip service to what we are. You have been told, you repeat, and you believe you are made in the image of God. And it is comfortable and easy to say, I am made in the image of God. This step-by-step guide merely allows you to experience and know that image. Who are you? What are your qualities? What is the life of someone made in the image of God? The answers to these questions are the experiences of this course. Notice the structure of that divine truth. I am made in the image of God. I am. That is present tense. It doesn't say I was once in the image of God. No, it says I am now in the image of God. I am made. Period. Again, it says neither you are being made or nor that you will be made. It says God created you in his image. The act is completed. You are completely made. You're completely made in the image of God now. Nothing you can do will ever change or has ever changed this basic truth. Nothing. That is the key to this course. It teaches you nothing. For you are now already everything. It helps you to evolve nowhere. For you are now already perfectly evolved. It does, however, make a slight correction in your thinking. It brings to you the experience of your true self. One of the reasons you have lost the meaning of being made in God's image is that you're using a very small part of what God made. Why use only one candle in the darkness when you have floodlights? Your beautiful, incredible body is just the tip of the iceberg, less than a tip. Your sight, your touch, your hearing, your taste, and smell reveal only the smallest part of your creation. Beyond what you think you are is your true self, alive, vibrating in love, and the source of your happiness and your abundance. It is a self that you will easily and systematically get to know again. And as you realize who you are, your true qualities become self evident. You might think of them coming to the surface or being awakened, even though they are neither asleep nor hidden. What are those qualities? Well, just think for a few minutes of the qualities you would give God. Now, without modesty, without humility or bashfulness, give those qualities to yourself. They are yours. God gave you the same qualities He has Himself. After all, you're made in His image. So, God is light, the light of the world. So, are you light? Light that brightens the darkest corners? That is your heritage. God is love. You are love. In fact, everything in all of creation is made of love. God's love permeates everything. That same love is your love. Think of the implications. They're far reaching. God is happiness, joy, and bliss. You are happiness. You are joy. You are bliss. That is your nature, nothing less. God is perfect. Of course, He is. That's also obvious. But you, perfect? Now, isn't that going too far? Not one iota. You are that same perfection, and that includes perfect health, perfect thoughts, perfect action, perfect everything. You simply need to be functioning as one perfect whole self. God is peace and gentleness. You are peace, peace of mind, without turmoil and without attacks. You are just the simple innocence of enjoying life as it is created. God is abundance. Everything is one with God. That same abundance is one with you. All the forces of nature are yours to satisfy all desires and needs. Of course, the key is to be operating from your whole self with love, with joy, with light, peace, and all other qualities of God. They're just a sampling of God's qualities. You can surely multiply this list tenfolds. In each instance, His qualities are yours. When you are unified, you operate with all of His qualities. The first lesson of being unified is designed to easily tell your mind that you desire to unify with your whole self as God created you in His image. Each day, as early as practical, read this chapter, read it slowly, understanding each sentence before going to the next. Then for 5 or 10 minutes, sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Allow your attention to center in your heart and feel God's love, your love pulsating there. Don't fight thoughts. Just let them bubble on the surface. If your mind wanders away from your heart, gently lead it back. This exercise is simply to enjoy and be sure to do it every day this week. Throughout the day, whenever you think about it, enjoy the thought, God is love, so I am love. You may find the love feeling pulsating in your heart when you think that thought. Enjoy that feeling of love as your own inheritance. You have one last exercise this week. After you've gone to bed and said the last good nights to your loved ones, lie quietly with attention once again in your heart. This time, think of some of the qualities of God. For each quality, recognize that you also have that quality, even if it seems preposterous to you now. Then quietly go to sleep with thoughts of God's and your qualities on your mind. So you can all ask questions. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hands or... So I don't know, Anu, you were saying somebody has a question. Aradhya Sinha. Yes. So yes, Aradhya. Yes, Aradhya, you wanted to ask something?
Ma'am, we have to read the same chapter for next 6 days.
That's right.
Okay. That was the question.
Yeah, so the book says that also. And every single day, 15 minutes, you keep them aside and you read them every single day for the next 6 days until the next Sunday that we meet each other. So thank you, Manish, for your question. Okay, anybody, anything? Or shall we go in for a meditation? This is a very, very profound course. I think it's one of the best courses that are available for anybody so far. And it'll make us meet our higher self. It'll make us meet our own selves. And it's going to be very, very powerful.
Meditation करना है तो आ जाओ.
I don't know, Manish, you have to learn to mute yourself, please. It'll be beautiful. I do not want to put do's and don'ts in this course, but it's a very spiritual course. So everyone has to be aware of their own voice tracks. So thank you. Yes, Anu, you have another question? You've raised your hand?
Yes, I have. My question was, so when we say the first thing itself, we say God is love, we have the qualities of God. What if it doesn't ring true for us? So what do we do? Do we still keep saying it?
Yes. So in our spiritual world, we say a very beautiful thing, fake it till you make it.
Okay.
So we start faking it. In the process, gradually we are conditioning our brain, we are programming ourselves into believing the fact.
Okay.
So initially, we'll not believe in it, and that's okay. Gradually, automatically you will. And believe me, Anu, this is not a normal course. Next week itself, you'll be meeting your higher self. So when you will have your own body will tell you, okay, I have a higher self, the answers will come automatically without anyone guiding you. You'll start believing in it automatically.
Thank you.
More power to you. Yes, Neha.
Hi, Pratibha.
Good morning.
Good morning. So this has, don't fight thoughts, just let them bubble on the surface. If your mind wanders away from your heart, gently lead it back. So I'm going through the same phase. So how do I lead it back? I had that question.
It's okay. So when thoughts come, अगर उन पे हम emphasis करते हैं, expand करते हैं, तो बढ़ते हैं. If something negative is coming, let it come, it will go also.
Okay.
Anything that we expand increases. So if thought has come, for example, something like this person has done this to me, and you're now thinking उसने ये किया था, तो आप expand कर. But you just let it flow.
Okay, so just witness it.
Yes, witness it. You must witness it. In fact, if you say नहीं मुझे नहीं आना चाहिए, वो बहुत आएगी.
हाँ. And they are saying that let your attention flow to the heart. So how do I do that?
Just maybe put your hand on your heart. Maybe the rhythmatic beating of your heart and your breathing will help you get back to alignment. So whenever we're disturbed in our thoughts, if we simply start breathing and start intertwining and making an effort to watch what we are breathing, automatically there's a shift. So we learn that gradually. Don't worry.
Thank you.
So let's all mute ourselves and let's go for a meditation. And thereafter, if there are any questions, I'm happy to stay back. Let's all be comfortably seated. If possible, a back straight. You could be taking rest on a couch if you think that you have a back problem. But best would be a chair where your back is straight. Let's try and sit in a posture where our feet are touching the floor below, the ground below. Otherwise, cross-legged is also beautiful. Our hands in a comfortable resting position on our laps. If possible, facing heavenwards or in a Gyan Mudra, wherein our thumb and our first finger is touching each other. Alternatively, a Buddha pose, where the hands are overlapping each other and closely placed near your sacral chakra, your root chakra, near your body. Eyes softly closed and a soft smile on our faces. Now let's take a deep breath in. Feel the breathing expanding your body. And now gently as you exhale, feel your body being deflated and lighter as you breathe out. Once again, take a deep breath in and feel the breathing expanding your body. Gently exhale it. Take another deep breath in, and last one for this morning, for this session. Fill your lungs and your body with this beautiful breath, this wonderful oxygen. Gently exhale it. I am made in the image of God. So I am God. This God is inside me because He has created me as His extension. So I am love. God is love. I am love. And I find this love pulsating in every cell of my being. Each cell of my being is full of love. God is light. So I am light. And I find the light brightening my inner world and brightening my external world. Because when I am light, everything around me is brightly lit. God is bliss. So I am bliss. I'm blissful in my internal being, in my external being. And eternally, I am blissful. God is joy. So I am joy. God is abundance. So I am abundance. When God is made in so many beautiful emotions, so many beautiful virtues, then why do I make myself different from God? I know by now that God has created me. I know by now that my soul has an indefinite, uncountable journey which can't even be traversed. It's a continuous flow. And in this life, I've reincarnated as the person that I am. It's yet another body. It's yet another mind. But what is common in me now and forever is God. God and His virtues. God and His qualities. So at least I can try to think that I am His extension. I am His version. And if I say everything around God is divine, so everything around me is divine. If God has made me in His image and has made each person in His image, that means there's this eternal oneness. So why do I differentiate? I am also one. I am also divine. I am made in the image of God. And I'm letting this beautiful thought sink in me. And I affirm that I am God. I'm not being selfish when I say that. Whatever I do is an extension of my soul. I am the eternal joy. I am the bliss. I am the abundant feeling. I am love. I am light. I am whole. I am complete. I am now going inwards, extending this beautiful feeling of love from my heart to the others, in this attempt of feeling the oneness. May I be the channel of love. May I be the channel of blessings. May I be the channel of light. Let me be on this beautiful spiritual journey where I am getting into the best version of myself, where I'm generating this beautiful positivity, knowing that I am the one who's going for it. I'm the one who's in it. And I am growing abundantly. And so it is. Let the divine in me guide me. I, the soul, am now finding my purpose, my journey, as I evolve every single day, an inch closer. May I always be on this path of spiritual learning, inner evolution, of finding being completely one with everything around me, one within me, and one beautiful unified whole. May I be always guided to be centered, balanced, aligned whenever some challenge comes my way. May I always be guided that the divine guidance is within me, is with me throughout, forever. Let's all bow our heads in gratitude towards Mother Earth, Janani Janmabhoomi, the giver. Dear Mother Earth, today on my first day of this inner evolution, I'm sowing the seeds of my being in the fertile soils of your beautiful land, knowing that they will grow, little roots will start growing, and you will be nurturing them with unconditional love and light. And every week I'll be growing into a finer sapling, a plant, and later a tree. Because when I will nurture myself with love and light, the very qualities that I am born with, when I will regain my strength, I know I'm going to grow and help others grow. May I always be blessed with your virtues of love and light, and may I always grow more deeply, beautifully, with a stronger foundation. Let's now look at a light level, a eye level. And let's be mindful heartful, and thankful for whatever has transpired, for bringing us in this beautiful, magical morning of inner reflections, inner knowledge. Let's thank all the masters, all the gurus, all the teachers who are looking over us, who are guiding us, nurturing us into this beautiful journey where each one of us will find ourselves, our true purpose on our own. Where the divine love and light will find us, nurture us, and establish us into one unified soul. Let's open our hands towards the heavens above. Dearest gurus, ascended masters, living in this dimension or the others, living here or in some other being, some other planet, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for nurturing us with so much of love and light. Dear universe, thank you for being whole and complete, for making us a part of your Leela. To all the angels and guardians and protectors, keep us alive and enliven our being. Thank you for your divine blessings and guidance. To all the divinities that we may believe in or others believe in, thank you for your guidance. And foremost, thanks to Mahavatar Babaji, the walking light on Mother Earth, for making us part of this beautiful journey. May we all evolve. May our consciousness increase. May Mother Earth find ascension. And may each one of us find our very purpose in life. And so it is. Let's expand our angel heart. Your hands expanded on the left and right side of your heart level, facing heavenwards. I am light. I am love. I am joy. I am bliss. I am abundance. And I am unified. Unified for life. And so it is. Let's fold our hands in gratitude and be grateful for everything from heavens to earth, to life, to our five senses, to the Panch Bhut that comprise us, human beings, to the Panch Tattvas, to divine guidance, to each one of us here present, to learn, to evolve our consciousness, our awareness of being unified with our own higher self. Let there be the eternal oneness. Let there be love. Let there be light. Let's bless each other with infinite love and light. Love, light, and blessings for you, Sanya, Yanji, Ushaji, Pratimaji, Prakash, Jikisha, Ruchi, Neha, Mudita, Anu, Nitin, Akshay, Anjuji, Ruchi, Parul, Jitendraji, Kamakshiji, Rajivji, Manisha, Anika, Manish, Rigu, Naveen, Radhika, Ajit, Nikita, Shilpa, Sonakshi, Poonam, Nisha, Kunal, Manju, Neha, Pooja, Kakar, Karishma, Shivani, Shami, Ankur, Anita, Nirmalaji, Preeti, Manjuji, Rashi, Supriya, Rima, Nehal, Pooja Kakar, and to everyone who's hearing us right here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions? I'm happy to answer, if any. It's the very first day, the very first week. So a quick recapture. We're trying to just tell ourselves that we are part of the entire divine being, that each one of us is made in the image of God. We're trying to tell ourselves that we have probably lost our path for whatever reasons, and we're now coming back on it, being guided. So that's all that we're trying today in this first week. So what we have to do is read the chapter, park aside 15 minutes, read it, understand it, reflect on it, and try to implement it. And the most important thing is the night bit. If you read that clearly, which is supposed to be the channels of love. Share our love. Any other questions? You can ask if there are any. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. And I hope you have the book, the PDF version, which will help you take your journey forward. And it's going to be there. Thank you, Anjuji. You were the first one to start, one of the first people to start this first journey we did together. So I'm glad to see you again online with all of us again. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Neha.
Just a reflection that when we opened our arms and when you said Mahavatar Babaji, some vibrations came over here. Like I'm still speechless.
Abhi to shuru hua. This is starting. Abhi to
Beautiful,
Baba
like-
will come to you in many, many ways. Because after all, you read what he wanted us to understand, that we are all in the image of God. This book is so powerful, Neha. I can't even explain to you in mere words. So there'll be lots of divinities that are going to happen. The minute we are open and receptive, things are going to keep sharpening on all of us. So let's just be in this journey.
Thank you.
And today, I think a lot of women are celebrating Karwa Chauth. So more power to you. Be blessed. I hope you find the love of your life first within you and then with your husbands. So lots of love to everyone. Take care. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful, soulful Sunday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of love.